Recently asking how to beat Necro level 30 on various forums and stuff. I posted a video about this back when I cleared it a few months ago. But just as kind of a go-to, how to do this type thing, the most important thing as an archer for this one is your deep freeze. If you're having problems with it hitting you too hard, I don't have that problem anymore. But when I first started fighting this, you want to use a lot of incendiary, keep incendiary on it as well. But really, your biggest thing is always try to keep deep freeze on it. A lot of people ask me about my Hercules skill, Thunderstrike, why I have that. This does reduce speed. It's like a deep freeze effect, and you can use it while you're in sylph mode, so that really has a huge advantage. Instead of using deep freeze a few times, go into sylph mode, only get to use 2 or 3 skills, leave sylph mode, and then use deep freeze again. You can stay in sylph mode a lot longer. So and it also does a lot more damage than Shock Chain. Shock Chain does not work against PvE. It only works against other players. And since the majority of what you do in this game is actually PvE, personally, I went for Thunderstrike. Now, it used to work in MPD and Sky Trail and God's Descent, but now, unfortunately, slow doesn't work in anything really except for Necro. So, but it does do a lot more damage just as a hit than Shock Chain does. But anyway, what I'm gonna do here is open up with Deep Freeze, immediately hit AFK. That way the computer will select the next attack, and you can start getting double hits in. As soon as your hit reads, select another skill. You want to try using your Arrow Strike, Multi-Shot, and Armor Piercer. Oops, I screwed it. Armor Piercer as much as possible there to keep your rage going until your sylph is ready to awaken. Now, there's 2 different ways to do this. Either you can use your deep freeze before you go into sylph mode, or if you have the Hercules skill, you could awaken first and immediately use the Thunderstrike. But just keep track of how much he's got left on there to time your Thunderstrike. See, most people right now would have to be going out of sylph mode to go use deep freeze, but now I've just added an extra couple turns that I can use. And I probably don't need it, but I'll heal just because I can. And I'll need to use deep freeze again. Use the same thing to get your double hits here, although at this point it really doesn't matter. He'll go down in either this hit or the hit after. Yeah. Now, obviously, Not everybody has my BR, I do understand that. But he won't rage for, I believe, another 4 or 5 turns. You can get in, assuming you sylph as soon as possible, you can get in almost 2 full sylph rounds before he rages. So if you try to, if you're struggling to get in the max amount of damage, or you find he's raging too fast in your second sylph round, what you do for your first sylph round is use your high power damage, your special, and a couple other hits, then exit sylph, and then when you go into your second sylph round, you'll have your special and stuff like that to try to maximize on your damage. As you can see, I'm not using any buffs or anything, but one thing that does help in here is, you know, sometimes use a crit scroll or your warrior's call if you happen to have that, but crit scroll really can make a big difference between passing this or not passing it. Let's see what we got. Level 5 gem. Alright. So thank you for joining me.